Hi, it's Mitch from Pickdawgz.com here with the free pick in the Spurs versus Suns NBA matchup on Monday, March 25th, 2024. If you like all the free picks we do at Pick Dawgz, you'll love our premium picks, our best bets. Use the discount code PICK for 15% off. We also have products meant for people who make big bets, people with big bankrolls looking for one-on-one concierge style service. We offer these products, but you need to text the number you see on the screen to get them. It's easy to get them, but if you make big bets like I do, just text that number. But let's get to this one. It's the Spurs taking on the Suns. And for the Spurs, of course, the season has been over for a while. They have one of the worst records in the NBA. They know who they are, even though like a lot of the not experts, but analysts, I would say, on TV, not necessarily betting expert, but the analysts on TV, the NBA analysts, maybe gave Wemby a little bit too much hype, and I think the expectations got a little high of this Spurs team. We certainly have seen some nice things out of them this season. We just haven't seen the nice things on all that much of a consistent basis. So they're in last in the Western Conference, and they pretty much have locked that spot up, trailing only the Blazers. Only with the Blazers 4 games in the loss column to get them out of that cellar. It doesn't really matter. It's just draft order, and the Spurs should be drafting very high once again. But for the Suns, they sit in the 6th spot in the Western Conference standings, and they're tied in the loss column with the Sacramento Kings and the Dallas Mavericks. So this is an absolute dogfight. With each of those teams having 29 losses. Now, the thing is that the loss column is where everything is decided when it comes to playoff races, because in the loss column, that's where you can control your own destiny. If it's in the win column that you lead, or where you need help, means you need help from other teams. So, the Suns, basically in this situation, they need to win and they need help because, I believe they own some of the tiebreakers here, but at the same time, you don't want to finish the season tied in the loss column with all of those teams. Something could easily go wrong over the last week or so. The Suns, we've seen kind of a mixed bag from these guys as they've had a lot of injuries this season. The expectations, of course, were really high from them. But, meanwhile, the Spurs, what we see from them is that as the lines elevate, they seem to cover spreads, and then, they kind of fall off. The odds makers just have a tremendous job with this, and we know that for a long time. When we look for head-to-head meetings between these two teams, they met 3 times so far this season. It was the Suns winning the last meeting 131-106. It was the Spurs getting the best of it in the first 2 meetings as the home team. So the home team has actually won and covered in each of the games between these two teams this season. When you look at the last 5 games, like what have you done for me recently? The Suns' offense is getting it into gear. The defense is okay, and I think that's part of the problem. A team shooting 45.1% against them, 35% from beyond the arc, while offensively they're scoring 122 points per game and shooting 53.9% from the floor and 44% from beyond the arc. The Suns, they realize that they have the veteran players that kind of been there, done that. When their backs are to the wall, they know how to respond. This is a tough game because the Suns have let the bettors down so many times this season. I'll tell you, I'm going to go with the home dog here with the Spurs, and that's going to be my free pick. Of course, while you're doing your picks, putting your bets in, be sure to use our free betting tools at sportschatplace.com. 100% free, and they'll help put you on the most favorable bets on the board today.